What's going on YouTube? Team G Sale back with another pickup video. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's been a very short time since my last video. I announced the winner of the 500 subscriber giveaway. Username Grim Reaper 1. We hooked up on Instagram, and he's from the US, so I shipped out a copy of Mario Odyssey to him. So congratulations to the Grim Reaper. And for everyone else who didn't win, stay tuned. The 600 subscriber giveaway will be coming extremely soon. I'm halfway there already, so I'll be doing a preview video within the next week or so with which free games are going to be available then. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button, guys. The subscriber count is going up constantly, and that's great. And at the same time, smash that like button to show some support. Comment below if you have any questions or comments about any of the stuff you see in this video. I'm always open for trades, by the way, so if there's something in here that you're interested in, we can message me and we could, maybe work something out. I've done a few trades now through YouTube, and it's been pretty good for both parties involved, so that's been awesome. And once again, share this with anyone you know, family, friends who might be interested in anything retro, whether it's board games, video games, etc. Without further ado, everyone, let's just jump right into non-video game pickups. And there are really not that many this week. But there are some cool ones. So first off, stopped into a thrift store on, where was this one? Oh, this was the Salvation Army on Portage. I don't normally go to this end of town, but I happened to be in the area. And I kind of looked around, didn't see nothing. On the way out, they had like a, Salvation Army always brings out their carts, and they usually let people sift through them before they put them on the shelves. There was something I had recognized. They're really unique pencil sharpeners from the 1970s, and they look like sort of household items or different things of the era, and they're just pencil sharpeners. And I really thought I bought one at a garage sale a few years ago. I thought they were really cool, so I'll show you those here. As you can see, today I'm back in a different area, so that's good. So here's what they first of all, I'm going to just show you the price of one because they were all the same. They had them priced at $1.99. They were all priced the same, which is a really good price for these. They're made of metal. They look very, very cool. The company's called Play Me. That's all it says. But here's this is like a bingo caller, a little thing that you can. It's got little balls in there, and you roll it around and choose one for bingo or things like that. And if you can see there, see if I can, there's a sharpener there. It's actually just a pencil sharpener. So yeah, these are super cool. I'll show you what I got. They're all the same price. And this one here is a well. And they usually have like working, this one has like a little handle that you can move back and forth. So yeah, there's that one. This one here is like a spinning wheel, essentially. So the wheel actually spins and the parts actually move, which is really cool. Again, these are made of metal, so they're really cool. Here's a vintage cash register. It's actually got a handle that turns here on the side. Yeah, and like as you can see, they're very small, like half of my finger kind of in height. So they're not exactly what I'd call large here. There's, I believe, two more. There is a lamp, I believe. Yeah, this looks like a lamp. And this one, the pencil sharpener is right in the base there. You can see it right there. And these are actually all made in Spain. And here's the last one I had here. It's kind of like a dressing table or makeup table. I'm not sure what you'd call it. And then the sharpener is right there. I think that's all of them, yeah. So yeah, $2 a piece. Now, I remember finding them before, and they didn't hold a ton of value, but I looked them up on eBay, and as a lot, they can actually go for a decent amount of money. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is putting them all together and selling them as a group, instead of trying to piece them out individually. But either way, it was a cool find. I think I paid, was it $2, $4, $6, $8, $12 for all of them. So yeah, awesome find for me. The next find, guys, I went to the Goodwill store, which was just next door, and they didn't have very much there at all, except for they had a poster. Now, they actually had a $1 price tag on it. I did remove it, though, because I wanted to see what poster it was. But I could see from this, from the outside with the cover on, that it was Lord of the Rings. So I thought, okay, well, either way, I'm going to pick this up for $1. I doubt I can get this into the frame, but this is a Return of the King poster. It's very large, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all in there, but let's see what we can do here. It's got Aragorn right on the front there, Theoden, looks like Legolas in the corner. Yeah, so this is a super cool poster, and for $1, why not? And I really love Lord of the Rings posters. I have actually a whole bin full of them. So yeah, for $1, I don't mind picking that up at all. Okay, this pickup over here was actually from today, Value Village. I haven't been to Value Village as much as I normally do because I'm off for the summer, so there's really it's hard for me to get in there every day. I was really let down today because I walked in, there was like a whole 3 racks full of video games, and they were like literally all common titles for like $5 each, so I put them all back. But they did have this in their toy section, and they had it priced here. If I find the sticker, there it is, $9.99. Now I had a $2 off coupon, so this was actually $7.99 or $8 even. And this is a Lego set here, Marvel Lego here, superheroes. I haven't gone through it to make sure if it's complete or not. It is sealed, so like it's open, like somebody opened it up. But if you look inside, the pieces are still sealed. Unfortunately, I've found in the past sometimes even if the pieces are sealed, they might still be missing a bag. It doesn't look like it is, but for the time being, it is, yeah, it looks to be complete. I'll have to go through it all to make sure that it is, but either way, for $8, this was a pretty good find overall. And yeah, that's that. Now, the last find here for non-video game pickups was a really, really cool one. I went to a garage sale here in town, and this weekend I had to miss garage sailing, unfortunately, because we had a family function on Saturday, so I did no garage sailing this weekend. But we did have one in town, so before I left for the family function, I was able to go to this one garage sale. Now, the first thing I found at this garage sale is right on the table, he had a Ziploc bag with a $5 price tag in it, and it's full of vintage Smurfs, but there's also a couple of other 80s type toys in here. So I grabbed this bag right away. Now, the first thing I'll point out in here is when I went through it, I found 2 G.I. Joes in here, which was cool. I believe it's Serpentor is this one here, and Blaster, I think, is here. I think he was a vehicle driver. So yeah, these were really cool to find. They're in actually quite good condition. The rubber's still good on them. So there's 2 vintage G.I. Joes. Also in here, for whatever random reason, there was a little Diddy Kong figure. I'm not exactly sure where this is from, why this one made it into the bin, but either way, for $5, it was pretty cool. And surprisingly, there was a Charlie Brown and Snoopy. What year is this here? This is, it says 1972 Peanuts classic toy. It's in rough shape, like the characters are quite faded, but either way, it's super cool. Now, I'm not going to go through each one of these individual figures with you. I'll just post a picture of all of them for you to see. But one thing I did want to point out about this lot is there were some of these large Smurfs. Now, this one, unfortunately, it looks like the hats have come loose. Maybe they were glued on. These are 1972, so these are very old. And they're kind of like large rubber figures. So here's one here. And there's another one in there as well. And then, of course, there's the very, very small ones. Also, I believe 1970s as well. And there's a whole bunch of them. So yeah, that was a really cool find. So I kind of carry on with the sale, and I go into his garage, and I see on the table he has this sitting there. And he's got a little printout. It says Vintage Smurf Set, $20. So this is a vintage Smurf carrying case, and it's in immaculate condition. Now, I'm a huge Smurfs fan. I don't collect them as much as I used to collect them. He even put a $20 sticker there, if you can see it. It says 20 for the set. But then he put that big thing on it as well. Now, I opened it up and I figured, oh, that's a cool case. I don't know if it's worth $20. Well, it is when the entire case is full of figures. Look at that. Tons of them in there. So I'm going to just get a picture of all of these Smurfs. They might be very hard to price out. I'm not sure if I'm going to get an accurate price, but as I always do, I will put the prices right down here in the corner. Very cool pickup. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I might keep it and throw it in my collection. I might try to trade it or resell it. We'll kind of have to see how things goes. But otherwise, guys, in terms of non-video game pickups, that is it this week. So let's do what we always do and go into video game pickups. Now, the first one is not a video game, but it's a video game peripheral, and I'm not ashamed to admit this. We have a dump here in town, and I do go there semi-regularly to throw garbage away, and they have a huge shack set up there where you can put stuff that people might want. Often it is just trash, but in some cases you find stuff there. And I walked in today, this week, and found a Rock Band set in pretty good shape. First of all, it came with 2 pedals. So here's the foot pedals here. I'm not sure which one goes where, but either way, 2 foot pedals. And it came with a guitar. It looks to be a PS3 model. No dongle, which is the unfortunate part, but there's the guitar. And it came also with the drum kit and the stand and all the hookups. Someone had literally just dumped it there, so here's the drum kit here. It was a little bit dirty. I had to kind of give it a good wipe down, and I'm going to clean it up even better before I put it up for sale. But Rock Band equipment has been selling for a little bit high right now, so for free, I don't mind picking it up. Yeah, hey, keep your eye open everywhere. Okay, here's the video games. Not a ton this week. These two games were both at Pawn Traders on Main. He had one priced at $4.99 or $5. And this is FIFA Soccer 64. I already, I don't own this one, so I figured for $5, I'll just add it to my growing N64 collection. And then he had this one priced at $9.99, but I asked if he'd do $5 because it's a sports game, and he said sure. And this is NHL Breakaway 99. So yeah, two little N64 games to add to my growing N64 collection. All right, this, guys, was actually from the week before. If you watched my last video, I found a really cool DS lot. This game was in there, but when I was bringing it in from my car, it fell between the seats, so I found it today. So this is SimCity DS. This actually should have went with that DS lot, and it is complete in the case. Now, I already traded that lot away, so this game is just going to go in my collection now. Now, this game here was at Broadway Pawn. They had it priced at $5. And this is it Rocket Power? Yeah, Team Rocket Rescue, Nickelodeon's Rocket Power. I don't know much about this game, but for $5, I figured I'd add it to the collection. Now, these three games were at Dino's Pawn. They had a big bin that said dollar games, and they were all sports titles, but I thought, you know what, I'll check through my collection list. Maybe I need some of them for the Xbox, which I did. So she goes, hey, by the way, if you see any sports games on the shelf, they're also $1 too. I thought, oh, okay, cool. So I ended up getting FIFA World Cup Germany 2006. Again, it was $1. I'm just adding it to my Xbox collection. And it's missing the manual, but again, it was $1, and I'm really trying to, at some point, maybe complete my Xbox collection, so these are filler titles I'm going to need. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07 for the original Xbox. And this one is complete in the case, so for $1. And then I saw this game, and this game is actually uncommon on the Xbox, so I figured maybe it is on the PS2. It's NBA Starting 5. This is actually a pretty fun NBA game. I've played it, but here it is complete in the case. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, it's more uncommon on the Xbox. The PS2 one's worth pretty much nothing, but I'm going to throw it in my PS2 collection. The worst part is I picked out two other games, Dave Mirra BMX, I think, and then a tennis game. But the ones that were on the shelf, they actually keep the discs behind the counter to prevent theft. But this bin of dollar games, which those three were in, they didn't do that. So I actually took them home without the discs. So I'm going to have to go back and get the discs. So no point showing them. These two today were at, this actually was today, went to Pawn Traders on McPhillips. Haven't been there in a while. A guy I know there working had these stack of Wii U games and pulled them out, and I said, what do you want on those? He goes, $10 each. I said, how about both for 15? He said, sure. So Super Mario 3D World for $7.50. I'm going to re-add this to my collection. It's missing the manual, but I don't care. As some of you know, I sold off my Wii U collection a while ago, so I'm just re-adding these games for cheap when I find them. And Mario Party 10, it's got kind of a ripped case, but again, it was $7.50. I'm not going to complain. It is missing the manual too. They also had a couple other titles, but I already had them. So either way, it was pretty nice little pickup there. Now, here's the last pickup here. 3 games. I went to my friend John over at Thirsty's Flea Market, and I showed him all the Pokemon stuff, the DS, the Pokemon games and everything. And I said, you know, what would you give me in trade credit for all of this? And we agreed on $200 in trade credits. So I had $40 into the lot. $200 in trade credit is what I ended up getting. So each one of these games worked out to $13. For 2 of them, that's still a pretty good deal. For one of them, it's an amazing deal. So the first game on there was, he had it priced at $22 right there on the side. But again, this was $13 for me, and this was a game called Storm Lord for the Sega Genesis. I don't know much about this game, but he didn't have a ton that I really wanted, so I figured I'll just pick up some Genesis titles. It looked cool. If you know much about it, let me know. He had this one priced at $33, but again, $13 is what I had into it. And this is Gargoyles for the Genesis. I don't know much about this either, but I'm excited to try it out. So there you go. And here's the one that I wanted. Now, this game was in my NES collection for a very long time, and then when I needed a little bit of money a while back, I sold this one away. So I'm happy to get it back into my collection. He had it priced at $130, but again, I have $13 into it, and that is Mickey's Adventure in Numberland. So I am extremely happy to get this game back into my collection. It's the more uncommon of the 3 Mickey games, I believe, for the NES. So $13 for that game, I'm happy to do it. Now, granted, I had to give up the DS and all the games with it, but who cares? It was $40, and I got all of those awesome games in there. Essentially, I got that Mickey game for free, and the other 2 for 20 apiece. So either way, I'm super happy about that. Otherwise, guys, that's it for this week. It's a short video, and that's good. I hope I can do more of these short ones. If you haven't already subscribed, again, please do hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye now.